We in the building. DJ Gambini, the Renaissance Man, and this is Sports Talk 101, presented to you by Country Vision Studios. We off in the building today, and we done made it to week 12. Week 11 was not a good week. The Falcons lost. I lost in fantasy football, and my record was 7-7. But like all things, life goes on. This week we're going to do it a little different. We're not going to review what all happened last week because I'm up here late. It's Thursday. We basically into the next week. But I still wanted to get my picks out there to keep my record going. As of now, I'm 111-52. Last week, rough week. Falcons, I'm just going to blame it on going up there to Mile High. So we're going to jump straight into this week's picks. First up, Pittsburgh at Cleveland tonight. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. I got to stop clowning around here. I done had 2 back-to-back weeks of subpar picking, so we ain't taking no chances. We're going to go Pittsburgh. All right? Tampa Bay versus New York Giants. I'm hearing they done benched Daniel Jones. Say even he was on the scout team playing safety this week. He might stand a better chance. He is kind of big. He could play linebacker or something. I don't know how physical he is, but don't look like he's going to be a great quarterback or a quarterback for long. They supposed to be benching him. Tampa Bay, I'm expecting y'all to win. We starting out 2 teams on the road. Detroit at Indianapolis. Them boys look like a freight train. It look like they're going to ride this momentum all the way to the Super Bowl. They putting up almost 40 every week. But just like I told you with the Saints at the beginning of the season, I don't think it's maintainable as far as like scoring 40 points every game. But Indy, they kind of mediocre, so we're going to go Detroit on the road. All right. Tennessee at Houston. Houston. New England versus Miami. Miami at home. I'm going to take Miami. This week. All right. Dallas versus Washington. Keep up your momentum, Washington. Get your easy win at home. Because Dallas really ain't hitting on nothing. And I ain't one to joke on nobody's team when they down. Especially after what happened to us last week. We on a bye week this week. But, I mean, Dallas fans got it bad, bro. Because, I mean, they loud and they proud. But that's what happens when you loud and proud. People tend to rag you a lot. So, I'm going to go with Washington on this one. All right. Minnesota at Chicago. I'm going to stay with Minnesota, but I do think Chicago gonna give them a game. They done changed offensive coordinators. Maybe that'll fix something that's going wrong with the offense. But you can't really tell because it's either hit or miss with their offense week in and week out. So I'm going with Minnesota. All right, next up, Kansas City at Carolina. Remember, we ain't taking no chances this week. Kansas City. All right, Denver at Las Vegas. Let's roll with Denver, especially after that shellacking they gave us this week. I mean, that was a shellacking, man. They put it on us, man. And when I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. When I seen them score that second touchdown and their offensive line was basically able just to push the running back into the end zone, it's what I've been saying all season. We need beef on the front line. We need some beef. But anyway, Denver over Vegas. All right, next up. Arizona at Seattle, division game. The Cardinals riding a 4-game winning streak. Seattle, last week to me, they upset the San Francisco 49ers. This is a tough pick. So when you're running the tough picks and you're trying to be, error on the side of caution, I think you better go with Seattle. They going to snap Kyler Murray and them 4-game winning streak. And I made a good call last week with that Kansas City game. I told you they were going to get their first loss. I hate to toot my own horn, but I had to throw that out there. But all right, next up, we got San Francisco at Green Bay. This is a hard one because San Francisco's been up and down so much this year. Green Bay kind of explosive. San Francisco coming off a loss. And usually when they come off a loss, they tend to play much better. But I'm going to go with Green Bay in Lambeau Field. All right. Philadelphia at the LA Rams. Philadelphia done put together a nice little win streak since we beat them. I think it was like week 3. We beat them, and they done put together a nice little win streak since then. But the LA Rams, you never know what you're going to get with them, man. One week, they can't score a touchdown. The next week, they scoring 3 or 4 touchdowns. They got all the offensive weapons. They got a veteran quarterback. But I'm gonna have to say Philly, man, because I need Jalen Hurts to do good. Cause like I said, I took a bad loss last week in fantasy. All right, Baltimore at the LA Chargers. Baltimore, they started out 0-2, but they haven't lost back-to-back since. The Chargers, they pulled out a big win this past week. They looking pretty good. And these two brothers going against it, so it's going to be the personal element. Because you remember they faced each other in the Super Bowl when San Francisco and Baltimore played that year when all the lights went out and Baltimore was killing them. Joe Flacco at the quarterback position. They was killing them, but then the lights went off. Next thing you know, here comes the San Francisco 49ers. But anyway, in this game here, which to me could be a toss-up, I'm going to say Baltimore going to get their act together and they're going to pull out the game on the road. And like I said, this week I wasn't going to take up too much of your time, but I do have to do some sort of a show to, keep up with my picks and let y'all know what's going on with that. Like I said, last week, 7-7. This brings us to a round total of 111 correct picks, 52 wrong. See, it's always good to have a good start because, like I said, I've been fending off having subpar weeks, these last couple of weeks. But I ain't gonna hold you long. It's time to get up out of here just that fast. And y'all know how we end the show. Peace and prosperity.